Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing my first cash stuffing envelope since like February, and I can't wait. So right now all my envelopes and my cash dividers or wallet dividers are empty. You can see I have a whole load of money going on here, which I hope I have the right amount because I don't know if I do. You will see I have these, I printed these off. I basically just googled what 200 and 100 euro coins are like, or notes are like, and then you can see I just printed them off. They're like low quality because obviously, you know, they don't want you to counterfeit them. I've just laminated them. There's 3 200s and 3 100s, and they're just going to be to like placeholders for some of my accounts. So what I am going to do is this. I am going to sort out the money and then I'll come back to you and we'll get on with the cash stuffing. So in actual cash we have, let's give this a count, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 5600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 700, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 800, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 805 euros is what we have. So I wonder, do I have enough? I thought I did. Did I put in here? Okay, let's just go with this and we see if there's enough. Okay, if I have enough cash. So I have lots of 5s and lots of 10s, which is good because usually I haven't enough 5s and I haven't enough 10s. So I'm just gonna move these in here. You get the idea. It doesn't need to. I'm gonna have to get myself one of those things that everybody else seems to have these days. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cash my wallet. So these are the things that I kind of use out and about every single day. So medical currently has, obviously everything here is gonna have nothing. Okay, so I need to stuff 90 euros in medical. So we're gonna do 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Actually, what I'm going to do is do this because most of the time it's less than 5 euro. So it's 50, 60, 75, 85, 90. So that's 90 euros in there. Next up is grocery. Grocery is also getting 90 euros. So we're going to do 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So that's 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 euros for that. Diesel. Diesel is getting 80 euros. I do have to top up, so I'm not going to do the full 80 euros. Next up is eating out. We're not putting anything in there because when we get a takeaway, more than likely it will go on our card. And the next is house. And house has nothing this week because I overspent last week. So there are cash wallet dividers. And these are all of it. Everything you're going to see with the cash envelopes, the binders, are all available on my Etsy shop. And the cash dividers are a certain dimension, but if you need it to be a different dimension, you can just message me on Etsy and we can try and create it that it fits in your wallet as well. So that's those done, and now we get on to the bulk of it. So this is different now. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more. So this is done differently now. You can see I'm back using my Daisy binder. I found like 3Ds and there's one left in stock, I think. So first up, it has occasions. So occasions are exactly what they sound like. They're special occasions. So the first one being this weekend is Father's Day. So there is currently €100 in this account. So I'm just going to do 250s for this. 250s, €100. Because later today I am going to go buy 2 of the presents. So at the back of it we have our cash tracker, and we're just going to write in today's date, which is, what date is it today? The 17th of June. And we're going to write 100. It's always hard to write with this. So next up is what's different here. So I now have included some of my sinking funds that we just do electronically online, because I find that some people get a little bit confused about what about all my other bills. So you can see here, I'll just bring it closer to you guys. It's cash tracker the same as this, but I have customed it. So these are going to be released on my Etsy shop later this week. So you can get it where it's customed just on its own, like my old cash trackers, or you can get it where I can have that extra bit of laminate that I hole punch for you, and you can put it in your binder. So this one you can see is gas and electric. From the 1st of June, the balance on that was €497.68. My advice with the increase in gas and electricity is to put aside 10-20 euros each week. Work it into your budget, because come winter time you're going to need it. You're going to need more and more and more inside your utilities, your gas, electric, oil account. So right now, as of today, on the 17th of June, that is now sitting at €557.68. Now, I am after losing my calculator. I have no idea where it's gone. So we're going to do 557.68, and we're going to take away the previous balance from it to figure out how much we've put in. So we have added €60. So obviously going forward every single week I'll be checking this in, so you know it will be like a weekly occurrence. Next up we have birthdays. So something that I have yet to mention, and I don't think I mentioned it in my other video that I did, is that we are down now to 1 income. So my part-time job, which I had since February 2021, is now gone since the 1st of June. But with my final paychecks coming up to that, knowing that that was going to happen because I was given enough notice, was I stockpiled some of my sinking funds. So birthdays being one of those, and birthdays currently has €430 sitting inside it. So that's because there is 6 birthdays coming up in the next 2 months, so we needed to get that done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break out some of these guys, and then some cash as well, because you know there will be stuff I am buying cash for, and then I also can just swap in and out. If I know I'm going to be buying birthday presents in the next while, I can just swap it for real cash. So we're going to get a 200, a 100, making 3. Then we're going to do this. Okay, so we have 2, 3, 250, 4, 410, 420, 430. So 430 is what this is sitting at. And I'll pop it in there into birthdays, and it all works out good. Again, get it and write down 17th of June we have 430. Next up is swimming. So swimming is the next or kind of like cash tracker for me. So today, the 17th of June, there is still no money in swimming. I need Robert to ask this week when he goes with Ava tomorrow swimming whether we have to sign up now for our next season, or do we do it closer to the time. So this will be either filled fairly soon or it won't be. So next up we have tax. So our tax is sitting at 90 euros right now. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So it's a tax and NCT, and our car will be due NCT again. And I say again because it's the second time this year we'll get it NCT'd, and I'll explain that in a sec. It'll be due again in August. Basically, we got our car NCT'd back in like June or April, April or May. And this is the new car that I spoke about in the last video that we bought. We had to buy because our older car failed the NCT and was marked as dangerous and shouldn't be on the road. So the car that we bought, the person died of COVID back in 2020, and the car was just sitting up there, and it hasn't had an NCT since 2019 or 2018, one or the other. And because of that, we did our NCT, which we passed in April. I think it was April, March or April anyways. In April, it was April. We did our NCT in April and that was fine. We passed it, flying colours. And then we only got a cert for 4 months. So we have to go back in August and do it again, which is an absolute pain, to be honest now. But anyways, it is what we have to do. Our house deposit. So as you know, when I was working, our main goal was saving up for a house deposit. That's currently sitting pretty at 15,550 euros, and it is still the same, and it will continue to be the same. So unless that changes, I am not going to be checking in that every week, and that's just kind of the way it is, you know. Next up is Ava's school. So for school we have 255 euros. So I'm going to use another one of our 100 euros, and then we're going to do 155. What's left to do after this guy? Okay, so we're going to do 155. So we're going to do 100, 150, 200, 250, 255 is what we have. So I've already bought all of her books that she needs for her next school year, for next year, for September. So we're left to buy the couple of bits of stationery that go with that, and probably a new school bag, and a new bits of her uniform. She doesn't need a new coat, but she will need new bottoms and top. So we'll pick them up later in the summer. So as of the 17th of June, the balance on that is 255 euros. Next up we have motor insurance. You can see, so motor insurance obviously is for our car, but also Robert has a motorbike. So on the 1st of June that was 479 euros and 40 cents. And now on the 17th of June, it is 495 euros 74 cents. So if I get the calculator out, so 495.74, take away for that one, we added 16 euros 34, which is very random. I'm not sure how that happened, but anyways, Robert's bike insurance is due in September, and then the car insurance will be due in October. So that's what's happening there. Clothes is not getting anything because I just spent it basically just 2 days ago. So that's not getting anything. Our emergency fund. So if you looked at our last my last video where I kind of talk about what we've bought financially and where we are financially right now, you'll know that I had to use some of our emergency fund to purchase that car that I was just talking about, because our old car was basically unroadworthy. So we had to take some money out of it. I think, I'm not sure, I did mention in that video how much we took out of our emergency fund. So right now, as of the 1st of June, it's at €5,192.97. So we want that back up to 6,000, or I want that back up to 6,000. So it's currently on the 17th of June. All of our extra money is now basically going to this until we get this to 6,000. Is at €5,605.30. So, you know, we don't have very much more to go. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks that will be filled and we'll be back golden and that. So next up we have Christmas. Christmas is currently sitting at €120. So I've kind of left myself a little bit strange on this now. This is why I don't think I took out enough money. But I really thought I did. Unless I did my whole calculations wrong. Which I could have, to be honest, I could have. Okay, so that's 70, 80, 90, 100, 51, 120. That's what I said it was, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, well I might have actually enough. Maybe I have too much. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 105, 10, 15, 20. So €120 is what is currently in Christmas. Again, Christmas is one of those ones, if you haven't started, that I would advise that you get to it as quickly as you can, because it comes around quick, guys. So €120 is in Christmas. Car maintenance at the 1st of June was at €140, and as of today, the 17th of June, even though we did add to it the last 2 weeks, it's actually at €138.69, because Robert did have to buy a choke cable, and then we were charged so much customs fees on it, more than the actual item cost, because here in Ireland they include customs on the cost of the item, but also how much it costs to post the item, which is absolutely diabolical if you ask me. But anyways, it's at €1.31 minus, you know. Actually, did I do that for any of these ones? No, I didn't. Oh yeah, of course I didn't. Okay, so the last one up is wedding. So wedding is, Robert's brother is getting married in September, at the start of September. So we are saving basically to go to the wedding, but also, we know you'll have to buy some stuff, we'll have to give them a gift, that sort of thing. So I have too much money left over here, which means I took too much out, which means I did my calculations wrong, but you know, it's not the end of the world. So we have 530 is what's inside that wedding fund as of today. So 2, 4, 5, 10, 5, 20, 5, 30. So 530. So I've used all my placeholders, is that what you call them? So that leaves us with €20 left over, which again, I'm not quite sure why that has happened, and I'll probably just double check my calculations. But either way, it is what it is. That's where we are. And yeah, I'm happy with the new layout of with these guys, with these cards, these custom cards. And I will also be doing, let's say, for instance, like for like the insurance. Let's say we wanted 750 euros, where like my savings challenge boxes, but it will be like motor insurance, and then it'll be like all the kind of boxes that I can color in up until we get to a total of 450. So that's what I'm also thinking of doing at some stage. But for right now, these will either be up on the shop, the custom one that you can get a part of your binder, or they'll be coming in the next couple of days. I would advise you to go over to my my Instagram, and I'll post about it when it's up there. But for the right now, guys, that is it. That is today's cash envelope stuffing. I will be back, I promise. I will be back next week with another envelope stuffing for you guys. So I do hope that you can join me. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, I would love if you subscribe and hit the little bell button, because it will notify you every time that I upload a video, which I hope is gonna be in the next 7 days. And thank you so much, guys. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.